once reserved for the man cave or banished to the fishing cabin, deer antlers are something of a decorating prize these days. Melanie Miner is catching us up to speed on this novel trend. It's great to see you.
You too.
We were just chatting during the commercial break. I have a sort of sweet story about deer antlers. So this is years ago after my grandparents passed away. I was really into memory decorating, like taking items that belonged to someone I love and using them in my home. And my mom wasn't quite catching the vision. To her, they were old items, right?
Yes.
Out-of-date items. But when she got her hands on my grandpa, a pair of my grandpa's antlers, all of a sudden it clicked for her, right? It was personal. Yeah. He hunted. He loved that. And from a trend perspective, she was way ahead of her game. They've been in her home forever. But how popular are these?
These are really coming in to the decorating scene.
And mainstream decorating scene?
Yeah, I would say. And not even just for the holidays. A lot of people think, oh, Thanksgiving, Christmas, which is great time to have them. But during the summer, during different seasons, you can have these in your home. And they're so functional and so fun to have around. And like I said, a lot of them bring back a lot of really great memories for people.
Totally. Yeah. So how are we sourcing these? Are we buying? Are we finding?
So obviously you can find them. You have to go up and look. You have to go and get your hiking shoes on and go look around.
And we should say there's some pretty strict guidelines that the state, puts out there. We'll put a link to on our website to those, just to make sure you're following all the rules.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can go buy them. And they're usually the authentic, real ones. They are $15 a pound. So they can be a little pricey.
Wow.
Yeah. So I try to source them mostly from yard sales. Like I found this one in the dirt, buried under, I don't even know, buried under this little bench. I'm like digging it out.
This big guy here?
Yes, this big one right here.
Wow.
And this one's actually pretty bleached out. So we painted it with the gold just to give it a little bit, like modernize it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the modern look. Can this work with any design aesthetic if you're a more traditional home or a transitional style?
Absolutely. You can use it in both ways. So a lot of ways in the modern, you would want to paint it, put some gold on it, give it a little bit of push to the modern. Where if you wanted something more rustic, use the brown with the real looking authentic ones.
Natural state.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the functionality, and I've seen these kind of used as table display, right?
Yes.
Or in some cases hung on the wall. Yes, even that. But you're going to show us some brand new ways to use these.
So a really great way is you would think like your jewelry. Like you can hang your jewelry on it. You can hang on the wall, like mount it on the wall and hang your jewelry on it.
You've attached a pedestal base, obviously, to stabilize it.
Yeah, so you just stabilize it. You can either stabilize it with wood and attach it onto the wall. I've seen where they've taken and put them on their mantle and hung their Christmas stockings from them.
Oh my goodness.
Which is darling.
Cute.
Yes, and I've seen where they've used them as drapery tiebacks. So, and then also for like a towel holder in your home.
See, I would have never thought.
So it'd have to be a bigger rack.
So if you are looking to stabilize these, or in this case, attach a pedestal, can you use a power tool to get in there?
You can go right through them with a power tool.
They're not delicate or brittle? Or?
Well, the ones that have been out in the sun are a little bit more delicate and brittle. So you would want to have ones that are newer.
Okay. A sturdy.
Yeah, more sturdy.
I would never think to do what you've done here, and that is mix it among greens.
Yes, so use it, and to use them in with the greens, I just think it kind of gives just a little bit more texture and fun to your display.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it elongates the display, kind of gives it cool movement, unique movement. We touched on the painted set you have down front. Any tips when you're painting antlers?
You know what, we just basically this is actually spray painted. We just taped it off. We taped it off probably a good 6 inches just so it wouldn't have a lot of overspray.
Okay.
And then just spray painted it and turned it as we spray painted it. And that's also what we did with the cow skull. So this was actually from my cabin.
Was it?
And it was painted like with Indian, I probably totally ruined this beautiful Indian painting. But so I just spray painted it and gave it a totally different modern look that I put in my home.
Quirky. Where do you hang this?
I put it actually just above a picture, and with the flowers and stuff, it's kind of an eye catcher. People are like, whoa, but I kind of like it.
It's a design double take for sure.
Exactly.
Do you leave the flowers up year round?
No, not
you kind of mix it up.
Yeah.
I mean, this I think is super cool as well, the way you used garlands and beads and drapings.
So fun for like the holidays and stuff, just to put garland on, even to hang wreaths on. So fun for the holidays.
I mean, to layer like that, that's amazing.
Yes.
And you've mounted this one and painted it as well.
Yeah, so this one was actually, we found it like this mounted and we painted it white.
Very cool. Are these readily available at thrift stores, at garage sales?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find them, well, you can find faux ones all over. You can find them at Target. You can find them at World Market. I've seen them there.
Okay.
And they're usually in metal, like the metal candlesticks we have right here.
Oh, cool.
Or they'll be like a resin. So, and to add them into your floral arrangements is really fun.
Look at that. So that's a resin, like a mold almost.
Yeah, like a mold.
And you just tucked it there.
You just tuck it in. Yeah, just to give it just some texture and just something different to have in a floral
Designers
arrangement.
like yourself always talking about texture. We think pillows, we think throws, but that's a totally unique texture.
Yes.
And I have to point out too, I love how you used them in the lantern.
Yeah, that's a really fun way to do it, just to give it some different design in there, because usually you just put a candle in there and call it good.
Very cool.
But to add some greens and add the antlers, I think gives it some fun. Just makes it fun.
It's so cool. The antler trend. So many fun different ways to work this into your existing home decor. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Before I let you go, there's something really cool worth checking out in your store window right now.
Absolutely. So in our store window, we have a good friend. Her name's Christy Lou Spencer, and she makes these beautiful chandeliers out of paper.
A chandelier out of paper.
Yes, it is to die for.
Look at the
beautiful
detail on that.
Yeah, the detail. I can't imagine how long it took her to make that.
Oh my goodness. Or how she assembled it. I mean, so many questions to ask her and so many fun details to see. So where can we see that and other great home decor inspiration?
Yes, please come and see it. We are located on...
I always put Melanie on the spot with her shop details. Would it be Main Street in Kaysville?
Yes. Main Street in Kaysville. I always forget that. Main Street in Kaysville. And then our Instagram is Shop2Market.
I love it.
And
you're darling.
You can find her Instagram linked on ours from there.
We'll do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.